A Victorian mother has become the first person in Australia to be jailed for breaking forced marriage laws. Our reporter Christian Silva joins us now from Melbourne. Christian, hi there. What was this case all about?
Good afternoon, Lorna. Well, this case was ultimately about a marriage and a question about whether an arranged marriage had gone too far and become a forced marriage. And the court found in this case that it had. So back in 2019, there was a Afghan woman living in regional Victoria. Her name was Victorian Haidara. And she was set up with another man who lived in Perth. And they had this arranged marriage that took place, but about 6 weeks after that marriage, Victorian Haidara was murdered by her new husband. Police investigated that case, and of course, the husband was found guilty of murder. But the police also went after Rukia's mother, and as they investigated, they found that, well, she had actually forced her daughter into that marriage. So essentially, that's what this case was about, and it's taken several years, but her mother was brought before the courts and recently was found guilty of forcing her daughter into the marriage. The judge today said it's possibly the first conviction of its kind in Australia after laws were passed about a decade ago by the federal government.
And there were some dramatic scenes in the courtroom today. What happened?
Yes, there certainly were some dramatic scenes. Initially, the judge, as she was going through the sentencing process, went through some of the offending and she condemned the actions of Victorian Haidara's mother, whose name is Sakina Muhammad Jan. The judge said that Sakina Jan may have had the best of intentions while, hoping to arrange this marriage for her daughter, but she said that she abused her power as a mother and said that she'd set up this marriage really because she was trying to bolster the reputation of her family within the local Hazara community. Now, the judge sentenced Sakina Jan to 3 years jail, but gave her the option of potentially being released after 12 months. Now, after that sentence was handed down, Sakina Jan was very upset in the court dock. Through an interpreter, she was saying that she didn't accept the judge's decision. She didn't accept that she'd done anything wrong. And supporters in the courtroom also started getting quite emotional. Some were crying and shouting. And after Sakina Jan was taken away down to the cells, a woman actually collapsed and appeared to be having a medical episode on the ground. So it was some pretty tense scenes here in the court here in Melbourne.